Now, before I start, yes, this is a very different video. Went from VR gaming to do a top 5 2022 movies list. As much as I love VR, I also want to make videos on things I really want to. And it's been a bit of a dry year for VR, at least for me, but in film, it's been a great year. Film is one of my passions aside from gaming, and I want to do my top 5 for the year. There will definitely be potential spoilers for each film included, and with that out of the way, let's start with number 5.
You listen to me. You're Nick. Okay. No, I'm 44 years old. Why the would I see prudes too?
Paddington 2.
What? Mom. Paddington 2 is incredible.
Nicolas Cage is well known for overacting, and this was set to be the most Nicolas Cage movie, starring Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage. The story follows him as a struggling actor running out of money. So, in desperation, he takes a job for a birthday party of a Nick Cage superfan in Spain for $1 million. That man happens to be Javi, played by Pedro Pascal. And right away, the chemistry between Nick and Javi is great. They bounce off each other really well, and it leads to some absolutely hilarious scenes.
Is this supposed to be me? It's grotesque.
Just look at the guns.
This movie is honestly just incredibly fun, hilarious, and offers some entertaining action and, of course, over-the-top acting. Number 4 is Top Gun Maverick. Now, I never really liked the original Top Gun too much, but I enjoyed it enough. And I wasn't really excited for Maverick, but my dad is a Top Gun super fan, so we went and saw it in an IMAX theater, and we were both completely blown away. First things first, the aerial action in this film is absolutely incredible. They did everything practically with real jets, and all the actors learned to fly them. That, mixed with the camera work, makes for some of the best action scenes that we've had in the air. But this movie isn't just action. It's actually a good story that has been done before, but is done exceptionally well here. The synopsis is that Maverick gets recruited to teach a class of Top Gun graduates to fly an incredibly dangerous mission, and he has to reconnect with his late partner's son, Brewster. The whole film is just something you do not see too much in Hollywood anymore, and obviously CGI isn't bad, but I think doing it practically, like this film did, is always better, if given the option. I don't really have many other thoughts besides the fact that the cast and the whole crew did an amazing job. And this film isn't just a great time, it's a great movie. Number 3 is The Batman. The Batman felt miles ahead of the other superhero movies released this year. The film follows Batman, played by Robert Pattinson, 2 years into the job solving a string of murders by a mysterious killer, played by Paul Dano, who happens to be the Riddler. The film is very slow in its dissection of the mystery, but it's done really well. The detective work he has to do is played out great, and the action, while there's not a ton of it, is top tier. There's one car chase in the middle that is one of the best car chases I've ever seen. The production design is also incredible. The Gotham we see in this film is definitely the most true-to-page Gotham we've seen in a Batman film. The city feels exactly how Gotham should feel, kind of like the Arkham games. Now, every single person in the cast does a fantastic job, but the standout for me was definitely Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I don't know how they got him to look the way he looks, but I could barely recognize him in the role. And of course, Zoe Kravitz does a great job as Catwoman. Another great thing is the cinematography. The way the film was shot was definitely inspired by films like Seven and David Fincher's work, and it works really well in the context of the film. The last thing I want to say about the film is the musical score. The score is easily the best superhero film score we've had this year. The Batman theme itself is simple, but it definitely captures Robert Pattinson's iteration of the character really well. But I think my favorite theme of the film is Catwoman's. It gives off a really mysterious feel to it, which definitely fits her character. Michael Giacchino did an amazing job with the score. Overall, The Batman is an incredible superhero movie and a great detective film. Number 2 is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Right from the trailer, I knew this film was going to be special, and it really is. This film is about a Chinese immigrant named Evelyn, played by Michelle Yeoh, living a boring life in a laundromat who is tasked with saving the multiverse. The film manages to take place mostly in one IRS building and a laundromat, which they pretty much had to do because of the budget. First off, obviously Michelle Yeoh is amazing and will definitely be a frontrunner for Best Actress, but Ke Huy Quan makes a return to acting and is absolutely my favorite performance of the year. If you don't know who he is, he played Short Round in the Temple of Doom and Data in the Goonies. He didn't act much after those, but now he's back and he is such a joy. Wayman Wang brings so much happiness and a great message for the film about optimism, and he also delivers some really good martial arts combat with a fanny pack out of everything he could use. Now, the film manages not to just be a very intriguing movie about the multiverse and its possible destruction, but also manages to be a really emotional family drama. The villain of the film, Jobu Jupaki, happens to be an alternate version of Evelyn's daughter that got her mind overloaded with the multiverse and now experiences everything everywhere all at once. And eventually, Evelyn has to fight the good guys in order to save her daughter, even if she is trying to destroy the multiverse. And throughout the film, she learns to accept Joy for who she is, and learns from Wayman that she needs not to fight the verse jumpers, but defeat them with kindness. And that message really hit me hard, and definitely hit a lot of people in the feels. Last thing I want to compliment about this film is the visuals. The visuals managed to be stunning on such a small budget. They made the most of what they could with a VFX team of just 9 people. And 2 of those people are the directors. Everything Everywhere All at Once is, in my mind, a perfect film. I really do not have any issues with it, and it's just such a fun, unique movie. then we have number 1, which is Jordan Peele's Nope. I love Peele's first 2 films, and this one is no exception, and is easily my favorite of the trio. Nope follows some Hollywood horse trainers in the middle of nowhere, witnessing an alien UFO and trying to capture footage of it. Sounds basic enough, but it's decently deep with its themes about spectacle and society's obsession with it. I mean, the main character's goal is literally to capture a spectacle on camera, and one of the side characters ends up dying because of his obsession with it. And that side character's obsession started when he was spared by a raging chimpanzee named Gordy on the set of a TV show he started when he was younger. And because of that spare, he thinks he can tame a predator, which ends up killing him. The Gordy's home scene, along with the crowd abduction scene, are some of the most uncomfortable and well done horror scenes I've seen in a bit. The design of the UFO is one of the most creative UFO designs I've seen in history. The whole idea of Jean Jacket is that it's not a ship hosting aliens, it is the alien, which ends up giving us this design. Jean Jacket uses itself as a spectacle to try to lure in its prey, and it is super cool to watch. Besides all of that, the performances are great, and the film is actually really funny. I think the standout character was Angel, played by Brandon Pera. He and the other characters bounced off each other really well. My last thought is the cinematography. It was done by Hoyt van Hoytema, who's worked with Nolan a few times. He and Peele gave us some of the most beautiful shots in sci-fi this year, and it's a joy to watch. Nope is a great sci-fi film, with some good horror thrown in there, and is incredibly intriguing to watch. And because of its creativeness and subversions on the genre of sci-fi, it's easily my favorite film of the year.